50-50. I think we could see a 50-50 today with the rain in the pitch.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Grantstow Victory Park Stadium for this afternoon's game between Chorley and Spennymoor Town. Myself, as usual, Pete Tscherewik, sat alongside Ryan Jacobs. Ryan, the hoods are up, the rain's coming down, but spirits are high ahead of today's game against the Moors.
Yeah, definitely so. After that long trip on Tuesday where the bus unfortunately broke down, spirits are still high. You know, we're gonna have a good game here today against a really good quality Spennymoor team. You know, we visited them earlier in the season and won 2-1 in dramatic fashion. It was that late goal, wasn't it, Pete? And it was a brilliant moment for us in the press box.
Yeah, fantastic. Headed that way from Mike Calverley. It was just a start for Calverley. I think it was his first of the season, and now he's on into double figures. In terms of the game today, obviously, big game for Graham Lee's side. 1-4 on the bounce, they're flying at the moment. They won in midweek against Farsley Celtic, who, of course, as we know, having the best of times at this moment in time. But yeah, as you also mentioned, the bus, the trials and tribulations of the team bus on Tuesday night. Got down the 866, 20 minutes into the journey home, and then unfortunately broke down. And surely be hoping to be able to break down Spennymoor this afternoon. Their big man in form at the moment is the man with a lot of history between Chorley and the opposition, Glenn Taylor. Glenn, a hat-trick against Farsley Celtic. Lots of history against Chorley, obviously, in the 18-19 season. Dealt a hammer blow to the Magpies' his title-winning hopes as he scored the winning goal in dramatic fashion, the 94th minute of that game, before Chorley, of course, went on to beat Spennymoor Town in the playoff final in the 18-19 season. And I guess a lot of history, a game that was also postponed here against Spennymoor a couple of years ago on New Year's Day, and with the rain coming down, the pitch a bit soggy, they'll be hoping that hopefully the rain dies down and we don't get towards that territory again.
Yeah, they'll be coming into this, Pete, with a lot of confidence. 4 games unbeaten now. Yes, they've played a lower half opposition. They beat Needham Market at home. They've beat Kings Lynn away. We were talking with the head of media just next to us about that brilliant trip that they had, and again, it's a frightening team to come against when they're scoring goals for fun like they are. You know, it's a tough team to face, and that Radcliffe game, I think, as well on the Tuesday where they won 3-2, there was a little bit of controversy around it. I saw their manager, Radcliffe's manager, speaking out that they shouldn't have had a penalty, but because of that, their players should have had a foul in the build-up. But these things happen in the National League North. Sometimes decisions just don't go your way. You've got to suck it up and try and fight back.
We've said, haven't we, you know, maybe not had as much a rub of the green as we'd have probably liked over the course of the season so far, but fair to say we did get some last Saturday against Alfred Town, of course. An innocuous handball that probably was given in our favour. But you're going to get moments like that over a 46-game season, and I thought, in all honesty, despite that decision, I thought the referee, Melissa Burgeon, had a fantastic game.
Yep.
Incidentally, today's man in charge is Oliver Noonan, who we had earlier this season away at Southport in the goalless draw. I also remember having him against Buxton last season, where Jack Sampson was mistakenly sent off. So hopefully there's no repeat of mistaken identity today. Both teams set to enter the field of play in just a moment's time. There will be a minute's silence ahead of kick-off as well. Let you know ahead of that one. Let us know where you're listening in from this afternoon. John Gregory, nice to have you with us again, John.
You've got to say, Pete, the atmosphere is already starting to build up, isn't it, before kick-off? There's a drum in that section over there as well. It's good to hear the Chorley fans in good spirit in the weather.
Here come the two teams then. Welcome to this afternoon's game between Chorley and Spennymoor Town. My name's Pete Tscherewik alongside Ryan Jacobs. Chorley led out by the captain, number 1, Matt Owen, and Spennymoor. That man, the danger man, Glenn Taylor, the number 9. A big game in prospect today for Chorley and Spennymoor. Both teams, lots to play for. Spennymoor fighting for a place in the playoffs. Chorley well in the hunt. A big win for both teams. One for Spennymoor in midweek, beating Varsity Celtic by 4-0. And Chorley, of course, 2-0 winners last time out on non-league day against Alfreton Town. Ryan, excited for this one?
Yeah, definitely. It's two teams going at it, still all to play for in the playoff races. Spennymoor coming into this one full of confidence, 4 wins in a row now. You know, they'll be wanting to keep that dream alive of getting in those playoff places. It's such a competitive league, this one, and we're coming to the business end now, Pete. And Spennymoor, if they can get a win today, they're going to certainly be feeling confident they can get in that place.
Yeah, absolutely. Spennymoor, historically a team that always tends to finish the seasons off well, and they'll be hoping to upset the apple cart a little bit this afternoon. Again, we mentioned they've got Glenn Taylor, they've got Finlay Shrimpton, they've got Judy Mondal, they've got a lot of players with good pedigree at this level, good experience. Rhys Thornton at left back, I think you mentioned in your preview, most assists for the Moors this season, and another player that we're just going to have to watch out for today. The Magpies are going to have to be close to, if not at the best, to get the right result this afternoon. Confident, got to be positive, but can't take games like this for granted, with this being one of the last 3 home games scheduled in for the season.
Yeah, definitely so. I remember as well, Irwin had a fantastic game away at Spennymoor as well. Especially when there was that period, I remember in the second half, just thinking back to it now, where Chorley came under a lot of pressure and Irwin made some fine saves throughout that second half, as he has done all season. He got man of the match, didn't he, last time we were at home against Alfreton. A few eyebrows were raised at that one.
An interesting one, that.
But again, Irwin's importance, going to do this minute of silence now and pay our respects.
Yeah, I think. Hope so, unless the referee's forgotten. Should be a minute's silence.
Seems like the referee.
Yeah, I think he is just preparing it now. Yeah, just about to observe the minute silence ahead of the game. We'll be back in just a moment. So there we go. An impeccably observed minute silence ahead of the game. And Ryan now, the decibels go up a notch.
Yeah, it certainly does, and we're going to get ready for kick-off now. It's going to be an interesting occasion, to say the least, and I certainly can't wait for this one to get underway.
Off we go. Matty Dolan gets us underway straight into the foot of Rhys Staunton. He punts one long.
Similar technique to what we do.
Yeah, that age-old kick-off routine, if you want to call it that, that's doesn't ever tend to really do anything, maybe get a few territorial yards. I think there was one we played a few weeks ago where the opposition did very similar. Just looking to... Oh, just our view is blocked on the stairs there, just the supporter stood in the way, Ryan. Thankfully he's now moved on. Ball in hand for Matty Irwin, who goes long to the head of Cole Hawley, flicks it on nicely, and one to chase down for Warren Clark. It's into the feet of Ollie Dyson, and now pin to the air, surely thrown halfway. Alan Boardman, great to have you as usual from sunny Spain. Minksy, hope you're okay with your chest infection, get well soon. And as Oren just said to us down on the press bench, Ian's here. Ian Hargreaves, our Mr. Come On Chorley, with his camouflage, or should I say no pants. Ryan does have an eerie effect at the moment, doesn't it, around the ground, as ball falls nicely to George Horbury. Chance here if he wants to get a shot off, goes inside the box. Warren Clark's got it, goes back towards Blakeman to deliver a looping cross. It's towards the back post and still alive at the feet of Joe Nolan. Tries to go between Henley and Carr, and Staunton eventually goes to clear and behind for a goal kick for Brad James to deliver in.
Yeah, positive that from Chorley. Good burst of pace into the box there from Horbury. Made a really nice move into the box, and then Warren Clark laid it off nicely. It was a good delivery that by Blakeman. Just didn't get probably enough power on the cross maybe to get it looping all the way back to Tom Carr, but it's a good start from Chorley.
It was the right idea though, it was the right kind of weight. Now Spennymoor trying to launch an attack of their own. It's Corey McEwen who scored against Needham Market very recently. Now the first touch of the ball for Glenn Taylor, out on the left, he delivers it. And it's a cross from the number 9 that comes in towards Adam Blakeman. He just chests it quite comfortably, and it's into the hands of Irwin.
That's that experience coming in, just knowing, checking his shoulder and just having the ease of mind just to chest it back to his goalkeeper. It's again a long kick from Irwin, flicked on by Cole Hawley. Tom Carr!
Oh, very close. Out of nothing almost. Brad James, quick off his line, had to be very quick as Tom Carr, another split second, and you think, Ryan, surely Tom Carr is going to get his shot off. Yeah,
if he just as maybe Cole Hall's legs, he could have got a little touch and maybe knocked it past him, but so close for Carr. Again, really good link up between the two strikers. Again, they formed such a good partnership, Hall and Carr, in the second half of the season, but now Spennymoor looking to break on the counter. Lecky plays it back, it's just enough on it, but again, there's that threat. McKeown just going in behind there. Lecky just doing enough to get it back to his keeper there, Pete.
Yeah, danger signs early on from both sides, to be fair.
Lecky heads it down into Calverley. Does well. Plays it down the line to Carr.
There he goes. Tom Carr does well. Takes on his man. Has to play it back, but Staunton's there to clear the danger in the first throw for Chorley, and Adam Henley did have the ball in hand, didn't he, Ryan? But now
it's the long throw time.
It's long throw time, and Spennymoor playing in their away colours this afternoon. They're burgundy. Nice kick that.
It's a really nice kick, got to say.
In comes Blakeman with the throw. It's up towards the head of, towards Lecky. It bounces nicely to George Horbury. Foot's up in the air and still alive. Nolan eventually though goes back to Adam Henley.
Plays it in.
The ball nicely chatted up by Tom Carr. Cole Hall's gone down on the edge of the box. He's caught. And he's done well to win a free kick. Ollie Dyson's the man who's caught him there, and it's dangerous position this. You think Blakeman's going to be the one to put it in, Ryan?
Yeah, really good centre forward play that from both Carr and Hall. Carr having the awareness just to chest it down brilliantly to Hall, and Hall getting the touch to draw in the defender who, again, had to go for that ball. It was there for the taking, and Hall smartly just taking it past him, winning a free kick in a perfect position here for Blakeman. But I've got to mention here, Pete, the surface as well. It's been raining obviously before the game, and it's going to skid across the surface today, and that's something that these players have got to keep in mind. The ball's going to maybe move that a little bit quicker than what they're not used to today.
Yep, and here is Blakeman. That wall is pretty much just past the penalty spot in terms of where it is. And Blakeman, you think, is it going to be a repeat of Leamington, low and hard, or is he going to go for the corner? It's going to be hard to get it up and over. Here comes Adam Blakeman, strikes it, low and hard. It goes to the far corner. It's well held in the end by Brad James.
Yeah, smart keeping that. He didn't gamble. He stayed on that side. He waited to see what Blakeman did. I think he knew it was going to be difficult just to get the power as well as the dip on it if he wanted to get on that side which he had his wall set up on. So really good keeping that from Brad James. But now Cole Hall's got an opportunity to run over this ball over the top. Carr's going to contest.
Ooh, Calverley up with his fresh haircut. Maybe a bit more streamlined for Calves. Ramshaw hasn't really had a touch in the opening 6 minutes, and Chorley again looking to try and dictate the play. Blakeman on halfway. Being pressed by Mondal, goes long down the left. And Spennymoor have the ball at their feet instead. Down the line from Blakeman, it's long again up towards Cole Hall. Now Nolan. Positive start from Chorley here. Blakeman crosses, it's a hopeful delivery, and referee Oliver Noonan, I think he's just penalised Cole Hall for an infringement on Ben Pollock. Pollock back at Spennymoor now, having signed for Chester at the beginning of the season, but wasn't quite getting the minutes that he wanted under Callum McIntyre. Now finds himself back with the Moors.
Got to say, it's good to see Joe Nolan back in the team as well today in the starting 11. And again, Christy Montgomery has done such a good job throughout since when Jolan got his suspension, I believe, or injury. Again, you can't replace Joe Nolan, but Montgomery did a fantastic job in between. He's on the bench today, and I'm sure we might see a little cameo from him again.
I think we will see Christy Montgomery at some point. Happy birthday to Claire. Calverley just caught, and Tom Carr still got it. On the edge of the box, left hand side of the D. Finds Calverley back again, drives it low. Corbury under a bit of pressure from Ramshaw. Back to Calverley, who's on this left this time. Corbury. Blakeman now, pocket space, pressure by Mondal again. Good build up this from Chorley. It's Horbury. Delivers across towards the back post. Cole Hall's there, and now I was about to say a chance for Spennymoor to break with Glenn Taylor, but Rob Ramshaw sprays it, and the Chorley fan behind us. I don't know if you caught that, but that was his opinion on the ball from Rob Ramshaw, who him and Taylor for over the years, though, Ryan, they've been such a lethal combination in attacking areas, and they've been the catalysts for Spennymoor, and they're probably the two, aren't they, Ryan, that Chorley need to be most watchful of this afternoon. Yeah,
definitely. Taylor, again, we know his threat. It's a big one, and as well as Ramshaw, he's got that quality. Although he didn't execute the pass on that occasion, you saw the technique that he has as well. I'm sure he can spring a better pass on a better occasion.
Also, special mention to our resident man in the cab, Matt Haslam, joined us this afternoon. Hope you're well, Matt. Hope you recovered from Tuesday night. Let us know what time you got back. It was 4:45 for us in the end for me to get in my front door. Matt Irwin picked up the wrong gilet and ended up with the wrong key, so he had to stop again.
Well, I think we all didn't get into at least 5. I got into bed around 5:30, so was a long old day. Luckily, no university for me on the next day. But
it was just a complete write-off. Staunton this time, he gets his bearings. I was about to say bearings run, but it looked like it'd gone out. But McEwen still got it. Henley's done well to battle away, win a foul in the process. Really good play from Adam Henley.
Yeah, really good work from Henley, and again, it's that experience that he has now, isn't it, Pete? He's such a vital member of this Chorley team. Him and Blakeman on either side. It's just a duo which some teams in this division would dream of. Just having them two is just superb. And although Henley hasn't got maybe as many goals or assists he probably could have hoped for this season, he's been a fantastic player this season anyway.
It's just good to have had a full season of Adam Henley, really. He's obviously had a lot of injury issues over the last few years and hasn't probably played as much as he'd like, but this season he's been kept really, really well and really fit. 1 goal to report so far in National League North. The league leaders Scunthorpe United have hit the front against Southport. Big goal at the top. All of the games at the moment remain goalless here at Grandstone Victory Park Stadium. 11 minutes gone. Chorley on top at the moment in the early exchanges, and now coming forward again. Horbury just waits. Nolan tries to play the killer ball, finds Cole Hall. Good play this from Chorley. Henley crosses and to throw. Blakeman is the best player, says ICVR. Yeah, Blakeman 20 assists up for this season now. Matt Haslam, bus back working by 8 AM. You've done well there, Matt. Hopefully we don't have that bus again. I'm calling it the Jinx bus. So long throw to come in from Blakeman. Over on this near side. Close to the corner flag. In it comes. Towards the head of Wilson. He looks to get on the end of it, but it's headed behind for our first corner. No.
The throw went straight out.
Looked like it was all but set to be a corner, but anyway, not to be this time. Chorley have to wait for their first set piece opportunity.
Got to say, I do like some of the fans at Spennymoor, the flags at
just stop Ollie. That's a great one for Ollie Dyson. That's quite a good one. We'll see 4 flags behind the goal. James goes long from the goal kick towards Taylor, but Carvely meets it nicely, and Pollock just sort of trying to head it to give himself a bit of room to run into, but plays it long and gives the ball away. Clark back to Blakeman. When's the next Magpies Trust meeting, says Claire Rostron. Claire, I couldn't tell you, I'm afraid. Very, very little communication from the Trust to the club at this moment in time as to when it is. My best piece of advice would be to contact the Trust directly if you can, for any information like that, for meetings and whatnot. Chester have hit the front against Curzon Ashton. 2 teams at the top of the table both hit the front as Blakeman delivers another one of these long throws. It's all the way over, and wow. Brad James clutches onto that one gratefully, Ryan. It didn't look like it was going to go and bounce all the way over into the net, but uncomfortable for Spennymoor.
Yeah, there's a few pushes in the pack as well along the way. I'm sure maybe someone made it a little bit more dramatic. The referee might have had a closer look at it, but yeah, it was interesting. But again, we've seen this obviously already this season. Brad James is a really good keeper.
Yeah.
He's going to be tough to beat. You're going to have to get a good shot away. He's very commanding off his area as well, usually. So, again, he's probably one of the better keepers in this division. So, you'll know how to react to long throws and stuff like that.
Well, he's a youngish goalkeeper, unlike our man in goal, the captain Matt Irwin. Of course, Matt nearly has got the 300. Yeah, he has got the 300 appearances now for the Magpies, and he's been with us for so long now. And the duels he's had with Glenn Taylor, he's just gone up against Scott Wilson. Now 1 for Pollock, tries to put his foot through it. Carvely driving on nicely. Really good foot from Mike Carvely. Tries to play the killer ball to Cole Hall, but blocked in the end. Lecky. Up he goes, and Matty Dolan, the experienced midfielder for Moors. Bit of head tennis at the moment, and Tom Carr done really well there to evade the challenge of Shrimpton. Shrimpton back in now though, and Tom Carr does well. Finds Cole Hall. Horbury. Space to run into, goes back to Blakeman though, looking to play the ball. He does, he finds Carr, chests it up to Cole Hall, back towards Tom Carr. Great interchange from these two, and it will be a corner. Really good play that, Ryan, wasn't it?
Superb from them two. It's, again, Blakeman puts in that pass, and I'm not sure if they've been working on it in training midweek or something here, Pete.
Superb.
Chest control. It has been phenomenal from the pair of them. And again, Cole just trying to get that return ball because Carl would have been in for it. Would have felt like a guaranteed goal. But again, really good defending at the back. I think from Ben
Pollock it was. Ben
Pollock.
Beals.
Ben Beals or Ben Pollock. The two Bens. One of them it was.
And it comes from Blakeman. It's spearing. Oh, and Brad James came for it. He didn't get there, and there was a Chorley player at the back post lining waiting, and this time it's another corner behind. It's Ollie Dyson who just stopped Ollie. Didn't look quite comfortable there. Curzon equalised against Chester. Their lead didn't last long. Maybe, just maybe, Chester couldn't handle Craig Marn's side.
A bit too early to say that now, isn't it? But I said, Pete, Brad James is quite good at commanding his box, and I think I've just jinxed him there on that occasion because he's come out there a bit wild, a little bit reckless, and he was nowhere near the ball on that occasion, and he's hurt himself. It was his own defender he collided with, and that's hurt his shoulder by the looks of it, and that's something you don't really want to see because, again, he's a young goalkeeper, but he's a very good one, and again, most teams in this division do not have a backup goalkeeper on the bench, and I don't think Spennymoor do, so again they'll be looking to get his shoulder into good condition if he's not 100%, because the last thing they'll want to do, Pete, is take him off.
Yep, absolutely. And Toppy Odebayi has got the opening goal for Kidderminster Harriers against Peterborough Sports. Alex Curran was the one who got the goal for Curzon Ashton. Brad James still down here. I'm just having a look at the number 29, Matty Dolan, who's having a word with James. I think he's just getting a glass of water. Strapping something to Matty Dolan's leg. I wasn't sure if he was taking his gloves off for just a moment.
Fingers as well for the goalkeeper. You can't play on with an injured shoulder because that's what you're diving down, and you know your shoulder does get quite heavily impacted on when you're going down to make these big saves, or when you're going to stretch and tip someone over the bar, for example.
Yeah, I think he's going to continue, James. Maybe just add an ibuprofen. Maybe some magic spray. He's just stretching his arm now. I think it is his shoulder, and straight back into action though. And Oliver Noonan, the referee, just making sure everything's okay before he okaying Blakeman to take the corner. So when it comes from Blakeman, 18 minutes gone here. Just waiting. Here it comes. Blakeman delivers. Wilson's there. Free header. Oh, it's held by James. It was a free header.
Still holding his shoulder, Pete.
It's gone down again though, and it'll be interesting here. I don't know if Brad James is going to be able to continue.
I told you, it's near enough impossible for a goalkeeper to continue. You know,
as a former goalkeeper yourself, right?
Yeah,
or a current goalkeeper.
Yeah, bit of five-a-side goalkeeping, but when I was a little bit younger, I was actually still playing in goal. It's when that shoulder goes, it's horrible because you can't dive on it. You just lose all your confidence because you can't make any saves because you're worried about the power of the shot. For example, it might injure it even more. You just have this doubt in the back of your head. And
yeah.
Now, but again, he's back up. Again, it seems like James has made a recovery, and I think he's getting some. The physio's giving him something once again. He's just going to take it now. Yeah, he's got a pill in his mouth. He's going to be having some. I think now he's having the ibuprofen, Pete. But at what point does the referee step in and say, you have to come off, because if you're risking seriously
I think maybe
yourself.
one more bite of the cherry for Brad James, and then maybe that will be the end of him. He's got his arms outstretched. Great to have you with us, Adrian Fernley from Southwest Scotland. Got any tonics with you? The wafer, or what's the other one? Tonics wafer and the circular one. Let us know, Adrian. I know the one I'm thinking of. I can't remember the name of it though. Staunton now, left hand side of the half, and Henley in sharply on McEwen. Tom Carr's broken away nicely here on halfway. He's been pulled to the floor. Still going, Tom Carr. Brilliant from Tom Carr. Down the right hand side. Jinx left, right. Brilliantly done from Carr to find Henley. Goes back towards him again. I think brilliant again from Tom Carr. Fantastic from Tom Carr. Ryan, that was brilliant.
Yeah, it's just brilliant from Carr. Every single week, this lad has just shown us exactly who he is. The striker that we signed, that Chorley signed, it's brilliant. His work rate, his effort, it's non-stop, and he always puts himself on the line. And here's Blakeman now, taking this long throw.
Up it goes towards the head of Leckie. I think this will be a corner. It is a Chorley corner.
Again, if I'm Andy Priest now, I'm saying put this on the keeper and pepper him with shots now. Just shoot from distance.
Tunnock's tea cakes, that's the one. The Tunnock's tea cakes, a nice bit of mellow in the middle, Ryan. You've got to know that one, surely.
No, I know. The only thing I really know is Welsh tea cakes, which are lovely.
No, Welsh cakes.
Beautiful. Welsh cakes, that's it. Yeah.
What about the Chorley cakes? You ever had a Chorley cake, Ryan?
No, not yet.
Not my cup of tea. The Chorley cakes. Darlington have hit the front against Warrington Town as all of the Chorley players and the Spennymoor Town players are all surrounding Brad James, really, here, Ryan. And it comes from Blakeman, spiralling, met really nicely by Beals. Trying to scramble it clear. Calverley's giving it good go, and Blakeman tried to catch out Brad James and just fired wide.
Again, I'm just watching it, James, that he just doesn't look comfortable. Like the way he had to hold his arms straight there when he went for that save, even though it was going wide. You just wonder how much is he willing to risk to play for Spennymoor, and it is. You've got to give him credit, quite admirable in that sense.
But of course, we mentioned before the game, didn't we? Oh, a flat goal kick from James, given away straight away to Warren Clark, who's driving on goal, finding Tom Carr. Crosses a cut. What's the box? It's a whisker away from the foot of Cole Hall. Magnificent attacking play, and it's behind for a corner, actually, Ryan.
It's a superb
what a block in there.
Yeah, someone's got a touch. Not sure who.
Brilliant again from the Magpies. Clark breaking through, finds Carr. Proper cross. Flying across the box goes Cole Hall, and a foot's in, and it's behind for another corner.
Again, it's all about putting it onto the keepers, or in the stats man next to me saying. Now Blakeman floats it on top.
Back post it towards Mike Calverley. Looks like a bit of pushing and shoving. He's been penalised.
Seems like Wilson was just doing a little bit too much, the referee's saying to him there, and Wilson can't really believe it. Again, James to take this free kick now. And he can't.
Another one from James. He can't get his kicking right at all, and it's an issue. Ollie Dyson now has it. Pokes it over the top with one for Junior Mondal to chase. Scott Wilson's up nicely, and Clark does really well in the end to find Cole Hall. Rang on halfway, outnumbered in terms of bodies, and he's done well actually there, Ryan, hasn't he, to win a throw.
Yeah, and again, I'm just mentioning it now again and again, but you just saw with James, his arm, he just has to keep it straight when he's taking kicks, and that's just not natural to him.
It's not ideal.
Yeah, it's just not the way you can tell a goalkeeper is able to take these goal kicks to get their height and distance on it. It's a matter of time before, unfortunately, I see Brad James coming off, and that is a shame, but Chorley needs to take advantage of this as well.
Good to have you with us, Roger Hall, Cole's dad. Cole started really well this afternoon, linking up really nicely with Tom Carr up front. Cole, as mentioned, Ryan, being in a really good rich vein of goal scoring form at the moment. One that was highlighted by manager Andy Priest after Cole scored in midweek on Tuesday. There he is, Cole. Battling away with Dyson, who this time concedes a throw, kicks the ball out onto the grass bank.
Yeah, I've got to say, Cole Hall's just been one of those players that have come on to surprise everybody in the second half of the season, and it's a great way to surprise. It's just his energy, his tenacity.
Yeah, he's been galvanised since that Chester game, really. There's been a world of confidence, a different player, really, for Cole, who works so hard as Blakeman delivers a throw on the edge of the box towards Nolan. Second bite of the cherry for Warren Clark, has a shot into a load of bodies, and second bite of the cherry maybe for Clark, who gets it. Henley crosses, towards Cole Hall, flicks it on. Ooh, another corner. Another corner. How many is that now, Oren? I'm sure he'll let us know in just a second. Must be 4 or 5. 5 corners for Chorley. Inside the first 25 minutes of the game. Surely fair to say Ryan have been on top.
Yeah, definitely so. It's a really important header behind from Glenn Taylor, who had Tom Carr just ready to get in behind.
Fifth corner of the game. Blakeman's there, ready to swing it in. Here it comes. James, like you say, Ryan, he goes with one arm, doesn't he? Punches it, but his other arm is just flat down.
He's playing with one arm.
Wow.
It is incredible.
Well, how's he going to save it?
He couldn't even move his defender with his other arm. That's how bad it is.
How's he going to save a shot? If a shot comes in, how's he going to save it?
I don't know what drugs he's on, but if I'm ever in that much pain, I need to take some of his.
Blakeman throws towards the box. It's flicked on by Pollock. Back out to Warren Clark. He goes to Blakeman on this left. Volleys across. It's dangerous. It's met by Tom Carr, and you just see there again, Ryan. Grimace on Brad James's face when he holds that ball.
People may be thinking we're just over-exaggerating this. We are truly
not.
No. It is generally a keeper on one arm here, and he's doing a very good job at even playing on.
Buxton have taken the lead away at Needham Market. Ground that, of course, Chorley were at only a few weeks ago. Fell to defeat that day. Game that certainly won't live long in my memory. Good touch on by Clark. Beaten Shrimpton to the ball, and Blakeman has the ball now and goes back to Wilson. And touch wood, Ryan. So far, Chorley have kept Glenn Taylor quiet.
Yeah, it's been just Chorley on the front foot. I think they just know now with the goalkeeper situation, you've got to capitalise on
Henley
that.
doesn't going down the right to beat Staunton. Goes back to Horbury, and Chorley patient at the moment, just trying to keep the ball. Lecky's got to watch his touch. Does really well, finds Warren Clark. Battling away, and now Horbury, one of your favourite, Ryan, the 50. Let you have the glory for that one. Now James, look how he can't kick the ball. He cannot kick the ball, and the ball's given away, and Staunton's caught Tom Carr. He's playing advantage, he's crossed it. Look like it maybe come off his hand. Is he going to go back and book Reece Staunton?
Fingers the manager as well. He knows what's happening here.
He has booked Reece Staunton for his challenge there on Tom Carr.
Graham Lee just looking animated on the touchline, but there's just nothing that he can do. He can't. In a way, it is better to have a one-armed actual goalkeeper than it is to have a striker, centre back, or a midfielder, left back, you name it.
Well, what must be going through his mind at the moment? What does he do? Is he better off playing an outfield player in goal than having a goalkeeper with one arm? Anyway, sixth corner of the game to come in for Chorley, and Blakeman again, that in-swinging delivery. Referee Oliver Noonan, though, just saying he's having a look at Tom Carr, who's next to Staunton, next to Brad James. So here it comes from Blakeman. Deep. Back post met by Cole Hall, and James again holds it. Looking again for an out ball, James. He rolls it this time, and straight away he rolls it, and he grimacing. He's holding his shoulder again.
I tell you now, Pete, he will not be rolling another ball with that right arm.
I have to say though, if he manages to play the 90 minutes, what an effort from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think he would easily be man of the match.
Oh, and again those Shrimpton this time, he gets his coordinates all wrong, and James this time gets a kick past halfway. Mondal finds Glenn Taylor. It's a good touch the first time, the second one lets him down, and Chorley throw. 29 minutes gone here at the Grand Store Victory Park Stadium for today's Magpies on air. Remains goalless, but Chorley, fair to say, Ryan, have been on top.
Yeah, definitely. You're just seeing comments in there. It's just like it's only a matter of time before we break the deadlock, and I've got to agree. I think should be a Chorley goal coming soon, but you know, you don't want to jinx yourself at the same time, because we've done that a few times this season where we felt we're on top and we could have scored, and then the other team just get one. But here's Warren Clark now down this left-hand side.
Looked to beat that Ollie Dyson, didn't he?
Really important interception that. But now trying to break is Rob Ramshaw. Plays it back.
Spennymoor just struggling to get out at the moment. This time though, Taylor does well eventually. A bit of grappling with Scott Wilson, but he's won it, and now McEwen's got a bit of room to run into. Ramshaw plays the cross first time, but Cole Hall flicks up from his chest. He's got Beals all over him, and now a chance for Chorley to build again. Clark on halfway. Henley's out on the left.
That touch by Cole Hall there, Pete, was sensational. With his left boot on the outside, flicks it up, heads it over, and then plays it to Tom Carr. That was brilliant. Once again from Cole Hall.
From Cole Hall. No more goals at the moment to report in National League North. Of course, Chorley got to keep going with that home form. Flicked on by Hall. Oh, and Tom Carr goes down. Referee says penalty. Penalty to the Magpies. Ben Pollock on Tom Carr.
I've got to say here, Pete, if I'm the penalty taker, you go to the keeper's left.
Who's going to take
his
it?
right. The keeper's not going to dive right. There's no chance on earth.
Could be Cole Hall.
Or will it be Tom Carr?
I think it'll be Cole Hall. I think he took the last one.
Yeah, you've got to go to the keeper's right here, because there's no chance on earth that he wants to dive on that side. And if he does dive, I think we could see him being... If he makes the save as well, I think he'll be forced to come off.
So a huge chance here on 31 minutes. It's the Bermudan international Cole Hall against Brad James. Steadies himself. Cole Hall looking to make it 2 goals in 2 games.
He takes a deep breath.
Referee Noonan just making sure everything checks out. Blows his whistle. Here comes Cole Hall. Fires it, saved by James. Rebound. What is it? The rebound. It's so close from Brad James. It's an unbelievable save in the first instance. But Cole Hall does it again, and surely hit the front.
Yeah, he didn't take my advice. He went to the keeper's left that time, the comfortable side, and it's a very good save from Brad James. And he got up and he got another hand to the rebound. But Cole Hall doesn't care. He does that Mbappe-esque celebration against Man City in the Champions League, and Chorley are in the lead, and it's deserved.
And there you go, one for Roger Hall, who I'm sure will be dancing away in his living room or maybe on the beach at Bermuda because his son's got the opener. It's Chorley 1, Spennymoor Town 0.
It's exactly what Chorley deserve, and look at him again, straight away. Cole Hall going for it, and it's a long ball and it goes all the way out, and Chorley have got the ball back instantly.
Yeah, that's what we like to see though, Cole Hall. Another goal for him.
Again, it was just the only side you felt the keeper could dive was to his left, and he went for it, and it was a fantastic save to get down with his only working arm, and I think that was probably what Cole Hall might have been thinking, that maybe
it's a bit of a double bluff type thing. Do they go back or do they go forward, and what do we do? But surely, for me, Ryan, deserving to be in front. I'd be interested to see how the visitors in Spennymoor look to respond, having gone behind.
Yeah, they haven't really had any clear-cut chances, we've got to say. Joe Nolan's under pressure, but does really well to break 2. Again, more
really
good work
good
from
play
Henley.
From Adam Henley, and now Nolan.
Just the confidence on the ball from these
Darlington have hit their second against Warrington Town. And now a chance for Tom Carr to run. Oh, and it goes down again. No penalty this time as Cole Hall's right on this near side. Does brilliantly, finds George Horbury to cross. He doesn't, goes to Adam Henley instead. It's the box. Warren Clark looking for a cheeky dummy. And Spennymoor scramble it clear through Shrimpton. Easy.
No, Headley to take this throw, just in front of our, in front of the dugout.
Doubled their lead at the Yatis Arena. Down the line it goes from Henley. He's got right in Staunton's face. I shouldn't laugh, Ryan, but couldn't resist.
He's done well to take that on, and Cole Hall had a little smile after that one. Henley now, again, after gaining a few more yards, throws it down the right-hand side. Hall does really well to lay it off to Horbury.
Edge of the D, goes through the legs of Dolan. Now Tom Carr again. Blakeman ball at his feet, crosses, headed away by Dolan, second by the cherry for Nolan. Shrimpton anywhere will do for him as Lecky just shepherding away Glenn Taylor.
Irwin just making his defenders stretch before playing it long to Cole Hall, who gets that flick on as he always does.
Ooh, Ben Beals and flicked on by Warren Clark. Tom Carr's in, he flags up though, and he was bundled down by Brad James. It surely would have been another penalty, to thought, Ryan, but flags up.
Yeah, again, it was a brilliant flick from Hall, who got Warren Clark in, and then Clark played a nice little pass in behind, and if Carr just held his run for that split second longer.
Special mention as well to Alison and Ian Hargreaves, who sponsor Cole. And that, of course, is Ian, the Mr. Come On Chorley. Getting his money's worth at the moment. But, you know, dare I say, Ryan, Chorley in control at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the game plan that Spennymoor have come here with isn't really working. You wonder what Graham Lee will do at half-time, what he'll say to his players, what changes he might make. Will the goalkeeper be off? That is the biggest question, because again, saw that one-on-one during and it's a little miss kick, but Henley
gives it long towards Holland, who's battling away. Pollock heads it up in the air and Ramshaw can't get on the end of it. Nolan gives it away. Matt Irwin going to see that one out for a goal kick.
Risky that from Irwin in the end, but he trusted Wilson would do enough shielding in as well as himself. But yeah, again, it was going back to that incident where Carr was in and he got tripped. It was offside. No arguing that. You just see the goalkeeper. They usually go down with their arms at the ball at the feet. And that occasion,
just caught him, didn't he? I think if it wasn't offside, I know it's obviously hypothetical, but it would have been a penalty again, I think, and James could have been in trouble. Now, Tom Carr on the left, battling away, but Spennymoor come away the better. Glenn Taylor just using his body to try and beat Jack Lecky, and Dolan on Horbury on halfway, and he's just caught him in the back. And Glenn Taylor just asking the question as to what's gone on there. Hey Keith, great to have you with us. You may or may not have missed the opening goal. Cole Hall from the spot. Hope everything's going well for your grandson at Exton. Everything's going rather well here at Chorley at the moment. Goal to the good. Blakeman delivers the free kick towards the head of Jack Lecky. He's been pushed. There's a lot of pushing and shoving in there, and eventually referee Noonan gives it in favour of Spennymoor. I don't quite understand those sorts of challenges though. It was both teams battling away, back and forth, and so eventually he's given it in favour of the visitors, who probably be a little frustrated because they haven't really had much to go off in this game so far, have they?
Yeah, I think that's what it probably is, but again, it's all about first, if you see a referee doing it for one team, that he'll certainly try and balance out in the second half as well with the other team, because we've seen the refs this season come and be quite fairly consistent, I think, with decisions where they see any push-in or holding in the box. They usually do give it to the defensive team, and that's just the way it is. I think in football, goalkeepers and the defenders usually, if they go down, the referee will 9 times out of 10 give a foul.
Now pressure on James again, who's got the ball at his feet, and Cole Hall's chasing after it and nearly gets on the end of it. There he is, Roger Hall, get in there, Chorley. Yep, proud dad moment for Roger. Cole's got his second in as many games. Put the Magpies in front. Oh, and Dolan just inadvertently giving it away, giving it to Cole Hall and giving Warren Clark one to chase down on the left. Clark. Oh, Looks to beat Ollie Dyson, and I thought he did, Ryan, but I think he's won the foul there, hasn't he? But
yeah.
Dyson fell over, which inadvertently he's tripped up Warren Clark, and now another set piece opportunity for the Magpies to deliver.
To give credit to Clark, he did try and jump over him, but it's just Dyson was trying to get back up at the same time, so it was like a big old hurdle for him to do that.
Blakeman delivers a free kick in towards Wilson. It's nearly there. Still alive. Now half cleared by Spennymoor.
Carr there just causing...
Very nearly getting on the end of that one, Tom Carr.
Just causing disruption there, Pete. He massively unsettled James. That's what it was.
Yeah, we're just seeing a picture of the Cole Hall celebration. He's gone for the Alexander Isak.
I knew it was either Mbappe or Isak.
Carabao Cup. It's still all Chorley at the moment, though. And down the line from Blakeman it goes, up towards Wilson, met by Mondal, and Ramshaw finds Dolan.
Very light free kick.
Referee Noonan again. There's a lot of these softer fouls. Not 100% sure about, to be honest with you. Warrington Town have got one back against Darlington. Needham Market have also equalised against Buxton.
Again, they'll be open for a result, won't they, Pete? Trying to get out that relegation zone. There's Oxford City against Radcliffe today as well, and that's
that goal remains goalless at this moment in time as well. Rushall Olympic 0, South Shields 0.
Just a few minutes left to go of normal time. I wonder if there should be quite a few additional minutes.
I imagine maybe 5 minutes of added time. Obviously, one of the talking points I had with the chairman, Jamie Vermiglio, after Tuesday's game was the game only having, I think it was 4 minutes added on, 5 minutes. And I said, look, surely you should be having 7 or 8 if some of the games we've had early in the season are anything to go by. Scott Wilson just being penalised for a push on Glenn Taylor.
And he could be going to the book here.
Referee Noonan just pulls him over, and now he's having a word with Glenn Taylor. He's just been told to go away by Oliver Noonan. See Andy Priest just having a word with the linesman on this near side regarding, I think, some of this pushing and shoving, pulling and pushing. Anyway, free kick just inside the Spennymoor half. It's lofted in by Dolan, headed away by Wilson, and Blakeman just hooks it. One for Cole Hall to chase as Pollock's got it. Got to be careful though where he goes here, Ben Pollock. Eventually though, Ryan, he's done really well.
Yeah, he's not trusting his keeper today for the remainder of this game, like he probably usually would.
Oh,
Tom Carr then just having a big old battle. Warren Clark
good
really well.
From Warren there, and George Horbury didn't get his header bang on, and Ramshaw again, the obvious target in Glenn Taylor, but not quite on the save wavelength again, and Wilson given time just to play the ball long, and I think there's a Spennymoor clash of heads there together. It was the two Spennymoor players who've missed it. The play's just been stopped now.
Looked like a nasty one.
There's a clash of heads between, I think it was Matty Dolan and possibly Ben Beals. I'm not too sure. I think it is Beals. He's just having a tap on the back of Matty Dolan. I think it's been giving the ball back to Spennymoor in terms of a drop ball situation of some form. Giving it back to Spennymoor, and they've gone to Beals. Finds Staunton under pressure from Horbury. Going to have to get out here quickly. Puts his foot through it towards McEwen. And Leckie pushed to the forward. Dolan by Carr. Another foul won by Tom Carr. Apologies if you caught any of the fruity language. Irwin will take this free kick inside his own half and goes down the line towards Hall. He's got Staunton all over the back of him. Just having a little chuckle to himself, Cole Hall. I think he knows at this moment in time he's got the better of Rhys Staunton. Calverley.
Let's have a look what for
3 added minutes. There's 3 added minutes at the end of this first half. Maybe one last chance for Chorley to build something. James has come out. Oh, that's dangerous.
I can't imagine the physio work that is going to be needed to be done at half time for Brad James's shoulder to get back to 100%, because for 45 minutes he has been, I've got to say, incredible to continue playing.
We agree with you on that one. And Henley now, what's he gone back for?
Again, it's just a really soft.
Brackley have hit the front against Scarborough Athletic. All teams at the top, all of the top 6, all winning at the moment, Ryan.
Yes, what each team needs to do, isn't it, Pete? You can't afford to slip up at this at the business end like like a few teams around the mile. Again, Spenny take it short and
punts it long. Warren Clark in one for Cole Hall to chase. Done well, hasn't he, Cole, to win that one, and just waits for some of the Chorley players to come. Eventually flicks it up against Ben Pollock, beats Ben Pollock, now lied to Warren Clark, who's one-on-one with Ali Dyson, crosses towards Horbury, heads it. Oh, well held, so close to a second. George Horbury, it would have been a brilliant goal.
Again, James kicking it long. I think he was just quite fortunate there, Pete.
If anywhere near the corner, yeah, it's a certain goal. There was a lot of power behind the head of Horbury.
And he directed it the right way as well, because it went back to the keeper's side where he was coming from. So it would have unsettled him, and it would have been a really important, good reaction save if it was further in the corner. But his positioning did well on that occasion for him. Okay. Good work from Henley, wins the ball back, but it's immediately one back again from
McEwen's won that one well. Now James has got another opportunity. No, he's not. So, half-time whistle blown by referee Oliver Noonan. It's Chorley 1, Spennymoor Town 0. Cole Hall's 32nd minute spot kick. The difference going into the break where Chorley have been on top. Ryan, nothing really more else to add, is there?
Yeah, I think the visitors will be happy. It's just one goal going into the break. They haven't really posed any threat coming into in this first half. A lot of work for them needed to be done in this second half if they're going to get any kind of result here. But the physio, you're already seeing him now. Just with
having
Brad
a word
James,
straight away with Brad James.
I think if they've got that massage table, they're going to be getting him stretched out on that and giving him a very good massage.
Yeah, and with that being said, we'll have a little 5 minutes to ourselves. Maybe 10, maybe 15. You go and grab a brew, biscuit, Tunnock's tea cake, whatever you may fancy. We'll be back very shortly. If anyone's got any questions for us for half time, fire them in the comments and we'll come back to you. Welcome back, everyone. The second half of today's game between Chorley and Spennymoor Town just about ready to get underway. Joe Nolan one to get us back. And underway is just... It's like the referee's left his phone in his pocket. Andy Priest watches on, has a look at his family up in the stands. Milan Lalkovic just had a chat with him at half time. Joe Nolan gets us back underway, and I forgot to reset my stopwatch.
Luckily I'm here for that.
Yeah, luckily we've got our man Ryan, he's finger on the pulse. Back underway for the second half. Surely Ryan will be looking just to build on what they started with in that first half and go for broke and go for the second goal.
Yeah, it's just all about putting this game to bed. We saw against Southampton in our last home game on a Saturday. It was an important 2-0 win there. Again, it would be important for Chorley to get a second goal. Again, you can't sit comfortably on a 2-0 lead either, but it creates that gap, and it's already a mistake in the midfield. And you just hear a sarcastic comment from Chorley fans saying an amazing pass. But Cole Hall doing really well, shrugs off
chasing
Pollock,
it down and very nearly gets past Beals, but Pollock then just kicks it out of play.
It's not every day you see a centre half, Pete, with a number 8 on the back, is it? But unless again he's being forced into being a makeshift one. Blakeman now though, take this long throw.
Oh, still alive.
Blakeman drills it in and got ricocheted off a few bodies. Could have been a counter-attack there for Spennymoor if it wasn't for Horbury. Now there might be a chance for Spennymoor to break. Tom Carr doing really well though to get a foot across. Played all the way back to Beals, who plays it inside to Ramshaw, who tries flicking it on but goes to Leckie instead. And Irwin just miskicks that clearance. Goes out for a Spennymoor throw, and it's a dangerous position for Spennymoor here.
Yeah, Spennymoor didn't get a shot off in the first half. Just discussing it down then in the tunnel. You can hear the Spennymoor supporters behind the goal. They're kicking towards the Frank Powell stand. The ball's put into towards the box. Held by Irwin though, and Matt Irwin just telling these players to calm down.
Yeah, and it'll just be interesting to see how Brad James gets on in this second half. He would have definitely had some good treatment from the physio, but just seeing him moving his arm around there, he doesn't, again, he still doesn't look comfortable with it, but again, it's just going to be interesting to see how James is able to react in this second half. But you've got to say as well, at this level, keepers are forced to carry on through all types of pain because they just can't risk having a goalkeeper on the bench.
The other option is either you play an outfield player, and it's normally if you've got a goalkeeper on the bench, you're short of a few bodies. And now, Carverley gives one for Cole Hall to chase, and Staunton goes down, and Chorley have got a throw.
Yeah, again, really well worked by Cole Hall. He's able to put the defender under pressure, and Blakeman's got a really good position to take this long throw. He'll aim it towards Leckie.
Yeah, Chorley be hoping for another one here. It comes from Blakeman. It's lofted high towards Wilson. He can't get on the end of it. Blakeman will get the second bite of Terry to swing one in. Back post is up. Horbury's up. Warren Clark has a shot. Second bite for Joe Nolan. What a save! And it's in the second time of asking. And it's George Horbury. What a save from Brad James in the first instance. But in the end, on 50 minutes, George Horbury has the second.
Yeah, Joe Nolan got that strike away. It came through a crowd of bodies, but it's a fantastic save from Brad James to go back on the side that he was coming across from. He does really well to get a really strong hand on it, on his actual, on his good arm, but there's nothing he could do on the second occasion. George Horbury, quickest to react, and it's a brilliant finish from the midfielder.
And that's exactly the second half start that Chorley will have wanted, Ryan. George Horbury, another goal to add to his tally, and straight away Graham Lee looks to the bench. Aidan Rutledge and Will Harris both on. No messing around.
Yeah, he's obviously given his players instructions at half time. He's clearly said, you've got 5 minutes to prove yourself, otherwise you're coming off. And ruthless that, and just seeing the reaction there of Chris Anderson, just a little bit of surprised by that decision potentially.
Well, it's interesting. He's gone for 2 number 9s, basically coming on in place of 2 wingers. He's also, he's got Rutledge, he's got Taylor, now he's got Will Harris. Number 9's all over the pitch.
Getting really good work from Warren Clark, just applying that pressure. Blakeman does a nice little flick. Joe Nolan then clears, but will be a Spennymoor throw.
Yeah, confirmation of the change. Judy Mandal off, Corey McEwen off, and Aidan Rutledge and Will Harris both on for Moors. Oh, well done, Joe Nolan. Now Warren Clark.
Not sure who's that down there, Pete, but it's bit of discomfort with the knee, it seems.
Finlay Shrimpton, who's gone down under a challenge. Merrill Malice in there from Chorley's point of view, but what Graham Lee won't want is another injury to worry about.
When you've got a goalkeeper playing with one arm, it is never a nice feeling,
He
is it?
saved that first one, by the way. What a stop. Glenn Taylor finds Will Harris. Jack Leckie will just concede the throw that time, and that's better from Spennymoor. And you can see straight away the physical presence of Rutledge and Will Harris have just come on.
You wonder if there's a long throw coming up here, Pete. Not on this occasion.
Short to Rutledge. Kicks his cross wrong. The 14, Ollie Dyson. Back with it again. Dyson crosses. Clark just teasing it. Finds Cole Hall. Oh, he's got that one wrong, Cole Hall, though. He's tried to scoop it back to Clark and misjudged it. Now Ramshaw. Just inside the Spennymoor box. Crosses it.
Desperation there from the Spennymoor players, asking for a penalty. There's Mike Calverley. His arms were tucked in as much as possible. You couldn't dare ask for a penalty on that occasion. Oh wow! And Tom Carr's giving away a foul for contesting the ball, and it's a bit of a surprising one. But we saw that a lot in the first half. Referee's been consistent with his decision making here, and that's all you can really ask for. If a referee is going to give fouls like that in the first half, you've got to keep it in the second.
It's been a bit stop-start from referee Noonan. Hasn't really had any big decisions to make so far this afternoon. Maybe the penalty one. I think that was an obvious decision for him to make, albeit a big one, but.
Seeing Chorley fans again, just in good spirit behind the goal, and they went a little bit crazy, didn't they, when Horbury put that one in the back of the net. But now got our focus never on the
delivers
pitch.
it deep, held by Irwin, does well.
Simple claim really in the end. Irwin importantly checking his shoulder, because you see that a few times in the past where a goalkeeper puts the ball on the floor, striker comes from behind and takes it and scores. It's always a nightmare for keepers, but Owen takes out of his hands and goes long. Hall contests, but it's won by. There's one. Irwin now on the ball. It comes all the way back to Irwin. Calmly takes the ball. Glenn Taylor just applying the pressure to Owen, but again, nothing to worry about. Owen takes it long. Again, all the way to near the edge of the box, and Horbury picks up the second ball. Hall now plays it out wide to Henley. Darts into the box, plays it back to Cole Hall! And it's a Chorley corner. I think it might have been Ben Beals who got an all-important block on that one. But Cole Hall there with his weaker right foot getting that strike away. Brad James was scrambling. But again, really positive work there from Chorley, moving that ball quickly. And just left the Spennymoor defence in a bit of panic. But now it's Blakeman to deliver this corner. Goes to near post. Calverley gets his head on it, but getting out a few bodies. Just Spennymoor able to get the ball clear. It's headed cleared all the way just over halfway line, and Henley plays it back to Irwin. Again, plays it back over the halfway line. Beals heads it back, and now Warren Clark can pick up the ball. Got Calverley overlapping. Calverley now plays it across, takes his time, crosses, delivers, and Horbury just can't get his connection on it. But more good work there from Chorley. Great control there from Glenn Taylor, and he plays it all the way back to the Spennymoor defender, who gets it long, and Nolan heads it away. But again, Spennymoor just recycling the ball now. Horbury applying pressure though, yeah. Just relentless press here from Chorley, not letting any breathing room whatsoever for this Spennymoor defence. And Lecky's missed the ball though, and Taylor can pick it up.
Taylor looking for Rutledge. Apologies there, just had an important phone call coming from our CEO Terry Robinson, who's just mentioned that somebody keeps wiping the camera. I think that might be because it's wet.
I mean, I think that's a pretty understandable thing to do when the rain is pouring. But Spennymoor though, is he going to keep it in? He is.
Chance, in it comes, and Irwin easy for him to hold.
And just slowing the play down once again. This is quite familiar stuff here, Pete, from the Alfredson game in the second half. It was just slowing that play down, controlling, frustrating the visitors, and that's what Chorley are doing once again. And that's why, again, Chorley have one of the best home records in the division, because they just know how to win at home. Clark, nice interchange between him and Calverley. Again, just linking up well, and Calverley was just trying to play it back to Blakeman, but Clark couldn't get his feet out of the way on that occasion. Then long throw down this right hand side, but Nolan does well. Blakeman tries to get rid of it, but Rutledge keeps it in well. Harris now tries to flick it over, but Nolan does well once again. Getting a bit of head tennis, a little bit of long balls being played now between either side, but it's just a little mistake there from Robert Ramshaw. Couldn't let the ball run through, and that would have probably been another good opportunity there for Spennymoor to get in behind. But again, the Magpies fans, you can just hear them singing their songs loud and proud. Again, Andy Priest just getting this town believing as per usual. Things he's able to do, coaching this team brilliantly.
It's just got a bit quiet in terms of play for Chorley, but
Horbury though picks the ball up just on halfway, tries to play it across to Blakeman, didn't get enough power on that one.
Ooh.
But Blakeman's able to recoup the ball, plays it inside the Carr.
Good play from Tom Carr, looks to beat Pollock. Rutledge on Taylor, and that time
again, no complaints this time from Wilson. It was a foul on this occasion, and just got the man first before the ball. Dolan plays a brilliant ball out to his left hand side.
Staunton, he'll try and beat Adam Henley, crosses, does a nice cross. Opens up nicely for Dyson, still alive. Spennymoor have had a couple of shots, and now I think that's their first corner, Ryan.
That's their first shot of the game.
The first shot.
We've got to say that, Pete, since the substitutions have come on, it has been a brighter spell here from Spennymoor. The manager's tweaks have already made an impact, but it's a low-driven
It's flat
cross.
and it's wasted, really. Staunton goes back to Dyson. Staunton again delivers, dangerous towards Ramshaw. Rutledge is there at the back post. He'll get a touch on it. Back to Dolan. Better from Spennymoor this. Shrimpton crosses and it hits Carr in the face and it's behind for another corner.
This time it will be Dolan to take. Plays it short, caught everybody out.
Dyson crosses towards 17. Rutledge gets it all wrong.
Again, Nolan though just applying the pressure to the keeper. God, if you think he didn't slightly duck there, he might have got his shoulder on that. It could have been in. But again, just Brad James just can't seem to get really any height on the on kicks on the floor. But again, it's a nice Spennymoor move. It's a strike, and it's easily gone wide on that one from Finley Shrimpton. Again, if Chorley can just frustrate Spennymoor into shots like that, they'll be laughing until the end of the season. End of this game, sorry, not end of the season. Now Irwin to take this goal kick.
Yeah, here he comes. Been relatively quietly so far for Irwin. No saves to make.
Okay, Andy Preacher shouting for the players to win that second ball. It's just been a little bit of a wave here from Spennymoor. We saw something similar from Alfrington in that occasion, but surely we're able to ride that wave. It's going to be important to be able to do that now.
It is. Crosses it towards Taylor. It's close, but it's just wide.
Again, Wilson just running over to Chris Anderson, asking for some instructions now. He's frustrated. He's clearly seen down that left-hand side. It's been 2 times. He was just making that really clear to Chris Anderson. 2 times now they've got down that channel. Just seems to be a bit of an exploit now from Spennymoor. Irwin gets the ball, plays it in towards the midfield. Horbury tries flicking it on, does so, but Shrimpton's there to win it. Plays it back to Staunton, but again his ball's just unsuccessful and surely able to clear. But again, it's been a common theme now in this second half a little bit, that surely get the ball, then Spennymoor get it, and then it's back. It's a game of basketball, but Billy Whitehouse will be
coming on in place of number 10, Tom Carr, on 64 minutes.
Again, it's been a great performance today from Tom Carr.
It's been fantastic, Carr. Obviously won the foul for the penalty, and it'd be good to see Billy coming on.
He had a really promising cameo, didn't he, Whitehouse, on Tuesday. Got that assist.
A fantastic cross, wasn't it, to find Cole Hall.
Inch perfect, and so we like to say. Blakeman, though, tries playing it inside to Horbury, but it's going to be Clark who gets the second ball.
Finds George nicely. 3 defenders around him and still has it after a second goal. Blakeman, delivers very deep. It's one for Whitehouse to chase. He gets it down. Right hand side now for Whitehouse. Whitehouse v Staunton. Crosses with his left. It's to Joe Nolan, who's under pressure from Ramshaw. Leckie goes long in search of Carverley, headed behind and away by Ben Beals. Have a look at some of the goals elsewhere in National League North. It's Darlington 3-1 up now at Warrington Town. Oxford City a goal to the good against Radcliffe.
Huge in that relegation fight, that.
Kidderminster Harriers 2-0 versus Peterborough Sports. Buxton retaking the lead now, 2-1 up at Needham Market. Hereford 2-0 up against Farsley. Chester 1-1 with Curzon Ashton, and Brackley still a goal to the good against Scarborough Athletic at St James's Park. Here, of course, it remains Chorley 2, Spennymoor Town 0. Cole Hall got the Magpies running 32 minutes from the spot. An initial fantastic save from Brad James was parried away, and then again for the second goal, George Horbury for the Magpies. A fantastic save from James to deny Joe Nolan. Again though, rebound for Horbury. Spennymoor have come into this one a little bit, but surely now looking for a third. Clark just looking to beat Ollie Dyson, and he's been another one, Ryan, hasn't he? Warren Clark been really good the last few weeks.
Yeah, again, Clark has just been one of those players I think that's gone under the radar by Chorley fans and ourselves, to be fair, because Clark is just every single week he's got that burst of pace, he's got that ability to beat his man, and he delivers brilliant crosses week in, week out.
Well, it comes from Blakeman. It's there for Scott Wilson to try and chase. Will Harris, the centre forward, thumps it clear, and now, sorry, that wasn't Will Harris, this is Will Harris. Mistaken identity from me, apologies. Dyson plays it nicely, and it's well judged by Billy Whitehouse, driving in towards goal. Finds Cole Hall, is onto his weaker right, holds it with his left. Hall, back to Horbury. Edge of the box, looks for the killer pass to Warren Clark, spins. Just trying to beat Ollie Dyson, and still has it. Dyson does well though eventually to defend that and clear the danger line.
Yeah, it's really good defending that from Ollie Dyson, just showing him wide and just wasn't giving him a chance, although Clark tried to do some skill just to get around him. Wasn't happening on that occasion, but really good work from Spennymoor to defend that attack. Clark though tries flicking it over to Hall, who gets it really.
Hall. Oh, nearly the second time, but Matty Dolan just using his experience there to get the better of Cole. And that time though, oh,
corner ball.
Done brilliantly, Cole Hall to win his side of corner. Really good play from Cole Hall. And Christy Montgomery looking to be coming on in the next few moments for Chorley, maybe for Joe Nolan, maybe for George Horbury.
Maybe Mike Calverley.
Maybe Mike Carverley.
Who knows?
Just have to wait and see. Is referee Noonan just holding up the plays, having a word with Billy Whitehouse. Christy Montgomery set to come on for the Magpies in a few moments' time. You'd think the corner will come in and then Christy will be called upon. In it comes from Blakeman. Up goes towards Scott Wilson. Oh, it was close.
Just went over him, didn't it, Pete, on that occasion? Just probably skimmed his hair. It's going long, though, from Henley. And Hall was nearly able to bring that down, but it was Ben Beals who, once again, was able to get that cleared. It will be a Chorley throw in a really promising position.
And here
again.
it comes, the confirmation of the change. It's Joe Nolan coming off in place of Christy Montgomery. Christy Montgomery coming on.
Blakeman though takes this long throw, flicked on by Leckie.
Leckie, second by the Cherry. Held by Brad James.
Really big save, and you just see the discomfort that Brad James is showing again after making that save. So rolled it out with his left arm. Then I think Graham Lee will be giving his his goalkeeper a big, well, probably not even a hug, but a good fist pump, just to say thank you very much for. That's it, for sticking out for today, because.
Oh, what a touch that is from Cole Hall, and now Adam Henley on the right. Options left, options right. Goes to Cole Hall, who's on this right-hand side at the moment. Just a bit of back and forth, and I think. Yeah, Cole Hall will go back to Montgomery to reset. Chorley looking to try and control proceedings again, Ryan.
Yeah, it's exactly what Chorley needed to do in this second half. It was just get that all-important second goal and just then see the game out, and that's what they're trying to do now. But Spennymoor now have a chance to break.
Rutledge down this right. So try and find Shrimpton, but Scott Wilson's there. Well, it's just been probably a frustrating afternoon, hasn't it, from a Spennymoor point of view, Ryan? Joe Nolan getting plenty of applause as he walks around towards this dugout side. A really good performance this afternoon from Joe Nolan, well worth his applause. See Glenn Taylor just went towards Matt Owen, and again touch wood. Glenn being very quiet this afternoon for Spennymoor, but I guess some of that has to be down to how good Chorley have been and how solid they've been defensively, Ryan.
Yeah, you've got to give again this partnership of Wilson and Leckie is just became really impressive. Considering Leckie joined what 3 games ago now. Just seeing Henley on the ball down that right hand side.
Great link up between Whitehouse and Hall, and Whitehouse has it on the right under pressure. Finds George Horbury. He's a little pass towards himself really, and then Whitehouse now in a pocket, gives it towards Henley to cross. Do well to keep it in, he has done it. Well won again by Whitehouse. Dangerous up by Cole Hall. Warren Clark still going. Rutledge all the way back there trying to clear the danger, and Dolan now trying to launch an attack for the Moors. Romshaw down this left hand side. It's Leckie nearest to him. Now all the Chorley players coming back to try and cover. Dolan plays into space wide right towards Dyson. Oh, and the bobble there just kills off Matty Dolan there, and you can just see the frustration written all over his face. The ball bobbled as he went to play it with the outside of his boot.
Just a horrible one at the wrong time. But I've got to say there, Pete, when we're on that attack originally, the bodies that Spennymoor still committed forward was quite interesting. They had 2 players up. They were willing to counter. I think that's what they're going to try and do, because they're just having 2 Chorley defensive players back. So it's a risk Chorley willing to take to try and get that 3rd goal, but it's a ball into the box, and Wilson's able to get a foot in.
Cleared properly, and Staunton will have a chance to deliver crosses. Off the crossbar from Harris. Rebound. Still alive, and that's it. Christy Montgomery's just a challenge, and maybe Ryan, a case of when it's not your day, it's not your day, because he's hit the crossbar, Will Harris. And Christy Montgomery's going to be booked for his first foul in 74 minutes.
Yeah, he's just stretching there just to get that one, just to get that foot in, but didn't work on this occasion for Montgomery. It was slightly late, and he's been punished for it. He's got a yellow card already. First Chorley booking off this game, and it is Montgomery.
Yeah, first booking for Chorley of the afternoon, Christy Montgomery on 74 minutes.
Again, you're just wondering what can Dolan produce here, Pete.
Yeah, Dolan, similar to Blakeman, I suppose, left-footed, could go for goal from here, could try and cause problems, may go for the cross. has scored a few from distance this season for Moors. 30 yards, 3-man wall, goes for goal, straight at Irwin.
Yeah, comfortable that, no real power on that one. It was just cut, it was a bit of bend on it and hoping for the best. And that was just being brilliantly told. That was only Irwin's second save of the game.
Second save indeed it was for Irwin, and Chorley just continued to look dangerous playing on the counter, and Montgomery this time it's Rutledge who's penalised, and you can just see the frustration creeping in, and Rutledge not happy.
No, he's not, and you can see why. There's the frustration boiling over a little bit too much for Spennymoor, but it's just not been their day today, really. It's just Chorley have just been that little bit better in each department, you've got to say, going forward defensively, and that's credit to Andy Priest and his coaching staff that have set up that way today.
We said this game, coming into it, I personally was optimistic as Calverley goes back, and there's a chance here between Clark and Hall. It's forced to Colt Hall, and it's fired ferociously in behind for a corner. Like I say, didn't come into the game with too much confidence, more because you have to be aware of the danger a team like Spennymoor can, possess. They've won 4 on the bounce, but surely first half especially made them look very ordinary.
Yeah, got to agree with you on that one. I remember you saying, because that result on Tuesday didn't go the way that we were hoping for, was it? And it also made it feel like this game had more pressure onto it, didn't it now? And the lads have risen really well to it, and delivered a late 3 points for your birthday.
Yeah.
But now Blakeman is going to take this corner from this left-hand side.
Yeah, in the outswinger, sorry.
Referee just having a word with the players in the penalty area, not happy with 1 or 2.
And it comes over the top. He's given a foul.
And Oren next to us just knew the referee was going to give a free kick on that occasion. It was looking pretty bang on there, because whenever a referee usually has to give a warning out, they have to usually give a foul, and now you just see the Chorley fans getting ready to cheer on this goalkeeper as he takes his goal kick.
Yeah.
Interesting flick from Rob Ramshaw.
Yeah. Interesting. Rushall Olympic down to 10 men. Just conceded to South Shield, but now find themselves back in front. Rushall Olympic 2 goals to 1 up at Dales Lane, and that is a huge game towards the bottom, because brings Radcliffe really into the relegation scrap. That at the moment they're currently a 0 down against Oxford City.
It's interesting that, Pete, isn't it? Because you see Marine just a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago now, they were in the relegation zone, and then they found this run of form, haven't they, where they've managed to get escape from the drop, and they're looking comfortable for staying up now. So it's really impressive to see what a good run of form can do for a team. Radcliffe on the other hand.
Cole Hall doing really well, fending off Ben Pollock. Still has it, Hall, goes, finds Calverley. Calverley finds Horbury, looking to spin. Montgomery's got to be careful. I think he was going to dive in, but he has been bought. He's done well, though, that time to win the ball back, and now it's more physical play. And
Ken Hall was just trying to command Whitehouse to come across, but Whitehouse had to make sure he stuck with Reece Staunton there on that left-hand side. Because again, the full-backs are really getting forward for Spennymoor on these attacks, and then Owen's now just going to run this clock down even more, just slowing it down.
We'll keep you updated on any more goals that may or may not go in National League North. Still goalless between Marine and Alfreton Town, and Leamington and Kings Lynn Town. Hereford have got their third, and so have Kidderminster Harriers. Brilliant from Cole Hall, finds Warren Clark on the left. Comes inside, I still do well to keep it, he does, he finds Montgomery. And to open himself up, goes back to Blakeman. Brilliant ball from Adam Blakeman to find Mike Calverley. Space opening up as Blakeman goes for goal, just wide. That would have been the perfect move, and you can just hear the noise around as Ryan showing their appreciation, because that was a fantastic move.
Yeah, it's just probably the wrong technique on that occasion. Using the inside of his boot, it was always going to curl wider, because if you're going for that far post, it is harder to curl it like that into that corner. So it's unfortunate for Blakeman, but maybe if he just struck it with his right, that would have found that bottom corner. Lecky though contesting it and wins the ball on the second occasion after Wilson plays it back to him. Hall contesting but wins it, and now Horbury plays it into...
Oh, he's going to have to give a foul. Ben Pollock booked for Moors. Warrington Town have got a goal back against Darlington. It's now 3-2 to the visitors at the Caldot Delivery Stadium.
Again, Blakeman's just got that opportunity to step up here.
Yeah, 35 yards. Right hand side ish, probably just about in shooting range, and you probably fancy him to go for it given Brad James' exploits in the first half.
Ben Beals is looking like he needs to come off here, Pete. It's looking real discomfort in that right knee. He's had to go down. And I saw his centre half partner there, by the way, Pete, Ben Pollock, just substituting to the bench. He pointed at him, said he needs to come off.
And Dan Myers getting ready. It's turned out to be a really frustrating afternoon for Moors, hasn't it? Injuries galore, chances gone begging. Not many chances for them to report because Irwin's made 2 saves, but yeah, confirmation. Ben Beals can't continue. Dan Myers will come on to replace him for another Moors change. Attendance also confirmed, Ryan, is 1,398. Blakeman goes for goal. Oh, he's looking to wrong foot Brad James, who holds on just as well. Chance here at the other end for Spennymoor as ball's played back to Ramshaw to play the crossfield ball, and Irwin holds on very well.
That's what you need from your goalkeeper in moments like this in the game, Pete. It's just coming to claim those crosses and just ease the fans in and just see that game out. It makes a world of difference when you know you've got a goalkeeper who can comfortably claim.
He's commanding his area, isn't he, Irwin? He's not having to do anything too much out of the ordinary. This time goes to the goal kick out of his hands towards Hall. It's met by Pollock and out for a Chorley throw.
Again, the rain is just starting to pick up once again. And
hopefully it doesn't fall too heavily. We don't want a repeat of the postponement from a few years ago.
Blakeman takes that long throw.
Flicked up in the air by Cole Hall, is still alive and goes into the grateful hands of Brad James.
Wilson does well. Cole Hall trying to run after it. Can't on this occasion. It's a good ball over the top. Dyson to chase. It skids across the surface.
Do well to keep it in. He has kept it in, but again, he's just... Surely that's a foul on Matthew, and he's caught. He's pushed there by the Spennymoor attacker and sort of tried to push it away, but he was clearly caught, and he's absolutely furious, Matthew. Andy Priest, you could just hear him, Ryan, saying, how was that not a foul? Shrimpton, clear ball on Warren Clark, and into the book goes Finlay Shrimpton. Clear as day, that, Ryan. Doesn't come any more concrete than that, does it?
But it has to. I can completely understand Irwin's rage here, because he was going in the air. He's got every right to go for it. He has two hands on the ball, and then the impact happens. That is a foul. You cannot do that, and the referee should know that. I'm sure he does know that. I think his defence is saying Irwin didn't have full control of the ball. That's the only reason that I can understand. But even then, you're not allowed to really touch the goalkeeper like that.
Yeah, well, we've said up with so many times, about the whole, if you make contact with the keeper, it's normally a foul. Well, I think that was a bit more than just contact.
Yes. Looks like the return of Courtney Senior. He's getting ready to come on now
Courtney
as well.
Back in and amongst it. Obviously was with the Magpies and got injured, went back to Rochdale, but now
Whitehouse on the ball. Looking for that overlapping run of Henley, but plays it
swings the ball towards Warren Clark. Brilliantly finds Cole Hall, who's switched with Warren Clark in that instance. You'd expect it to have been Clark to Hall, but instead, Hall to Clark rather than the other way round. But don't care as Christy Montgomery opens up nicely, has a go for goal! What a goal! It's an unbelievable strike from Christy Montgomery. His name in headlines, and look at Courtney Senior's face. That is an unbelievable goal from Christy Montgomery. It's a rapturous applause, fires it in from distance, and that'll do it. What a goal from Christy Montgomery.
That is sensational. From Montgomery to step up, he had time, he had space, and he went boom. That's 3-0. That's the 3 points. Superb. You got to see some Blackburn fans there. They've got their flag out as well. That is a star in the making for Blackburn Rovers. I've got to say that, because every single week when this young lad has played, he has been a star. And he's got a big smile on his face. You saw the smile. You saw the leap.
That's an unbelievable finish.
The confidence, though, that you need to back yourself to take a strike like that. Again, it was the movement as well. It probably wasn't in the corner that he probably might have hoped for. But still, it was such a good strike. It had the movement.
2 changes for Chorley now.
And James had no chance.
Yeah, he was just swirling, wasn't he? It was just moving around a little bit. And as soon as it left his boot, you thought this is going to go somewhere. And thankfully for him and for Chorley, on target, so Courtney Senior's on for a handful of changes, 3 changes in total.
Again, it could be a chance for a forfeit. Horbury slips it through to Clark.
Pollock. Crosses. Montore! It's his first touch of the game and he scored! It's Chorley's 4th! Unbelievable! What a cross from Warren Clark, and it's 4-0.
What a header that is from Mo Torre. He's had to dive at full stretch, and he's managed to guide it into the top corner. It's superb from Chorley. Real cutting edge, and Mo Torre there, he's been biting at the bit to get more minutes. He hasn't had a lot this evening, and he's made it count with the very limited time. First touch, and it's a goal. Superb.
What a fantastic goal.
Hey, what was I saying there, by the way? It's a chance for a four. This could be a fourth here, and it was. Superb from Chorley. Now, Scott Wilson wins the header from the Spennymoor restart. Just hear the atmosphere around us. There's a real good feel now. Wilson miskicks it. Could be coming towards us here. All right, into the 90. It's going to be 3 added minutes now. Now here we go, Chorley Senior.
Look at this.
Oh, it's brilliant work.
Oh.
Brilliant work from Dan Myers just to get in front of Motore, because that could have been a brace in a matter of minutes for
Unbelievable.
You just can't believe it. The substitutes have made a real impact as well. But this whole Chorley performance from start to finish has been totally dominant. And this is not a Spennymoor.
Cole Hall awarded the man of the match, Ryan.
Richly deserved as well. He's been brilliant today, but so has many other Chorley players as well. And they could have anybody could have really got it today for the man of the match.
4-0 though. It's a scoreline that I won't say it flatters Chorley, and at the same time, Spennymoor, they've been put to the sword, really, haven't they?
Yeah, it's just not been their day, has it?
No.
It's the first half, they weren't at the races, and Chorley could have easily been 2 or 3-0 up in that first half. So maybe the scoreline does maybe reflect the game as a whole, you would have to say. But that second
maybe
half,
a little bit harsh on Spennymoor, but you know they've come up a team in Chorley today who've just been clinical.
Yes.
That header from Torre, it's his first touch of the game, Ryan. You can't, he's come in cold in the 89th minute, and then he's just done that.
It's breathtaking. It really is. And that the pace of the cross, by the way, as well. From
What a
Clark,
header from Wilson, and Clark again working tirelessly.
It's just got to say, the pace of the cross from Clark was rapid. It was drilled ferociously.
Yeah, it was a brilliant cross, wasn't it, from Warren Clark, and this time Torre penalised for a foul on Pollock. Yeah, double game over, says John Gregory. You're not wrong, John. Yeah,
Thank you
not.
to everybody who has tuned in today. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of you are usuals ones who join us on the live stream.
Giving you something to smile about. If you couldn't make the game, there's one more chance maybe for Spennymoor. Brackley have just got a second goal. And Kings Lynn at the death have beaten Leamington on the road. A huge 3 points it looks like for Adam Lakeland's side.
Again, just 1 minute to be played. The referee probably going to be coming close to blowing that whistle now.
Yeah. But it's just been a brilliant display, hasn't it, Ryan? This is the Chorley that we know and love, really. They've been on song today. Back at home again, the home form continues, and that'll do it. That'll do it. A fantastic performance from Andy Priest's side. It was Cole Hall who got Chorley off to a fly on 32 minutes from the spot. Brad James's initial save put away by the rebound before George Horbury got Chorley's second. Again, getting on the end of an initial shot from Joe Nolan before Christy Montgomery added a third. A fantastic finish from distance before Mo Torre added a fourth. His first touch of the game. As it is there. Scoreline says it all. Chorley 4, Spennymoor Town 0. Ryan, just sum that one up for me.
Yeah, it was just brilliant from Chorley today. Full credit to Andy Priest and his coaching team. Had a game plan, stuck with it in the first half, totally dominated Spennymoor. Spennymoor came out fighting in the second half, but that's early second half goal from George Horbury.
Wow.
Sort of stumbled there. Any hope of their comeback, really? They changed their system. They brought on 2 wingers. That caused Chorley problems. Chorley were able to deal with it in the end. A little change, maybe a tweak of the system, but I've really got to give credit to Brad James today.
Yeah.
To stick out for a full 90 with an injured shoulder like he has done is full credit to him. But again, it was clinical from Chorley. It was ruthless. It's the Chorley that we all know and love, like you said, and it's a deserved 3 points. And
yeah. Spennymoor will be scratching their heads. I'll be thinking, they come into the game, 4 wins on the spin, and then, what on earth has happened there? But from me, Tscherewik, and obviously you, Ryan Jacobs, we'll leave it there for now. Hopefully, all being well, I'll be back next weekend when the Magpies travel away, the long local northern game against Kings Lynn. And from me and from Ryan, we'll see you.